Hello and welcome back to another short video for Final Fantasy XIV. This then a news video talking about changes in patch 6.2. We're going to start getting a lot more 6.2 information since we're getting closer to the actual release date of that, and also the second live letter. So 6.2 then, Allegan Tomestones are changing. They say several changes will be coming to them, including the addition of a new type of tomestone and revisions made to the previously existing one. Veterans to the game will be no doubt familiar with what this means. They do this quite often. They introduce a new tomestone and then make the previous tomestones much easier to obtain, as we'll have a look at here. So these will be the changes. These revisions will result in the removal of all Allegan Tomestones of Allegory and Revelation. Those are being removed from the game. Players carrying those currencies are encouraged to exchange them for Allegan Tomestones of Poetics before the start of 6.2 maintenance. Otherwise, well, they go. The new tomestone then is the Allegan Tomestone of Causality. This will be added to the game, and this will be the top tier one that you get from your high-end raiding and things like that. Okay, so these can only be obtained after reaching level 90 with at least one class job. Yeah, exactly. So existing tomestones, there's a nice little chart here for people who are unfamiliar. Let's explain this. So astronomy will be obtainable and exchangeable for items. The cap, however, has been removed per week. So traditionally you can only get 450 of these per week. This will be completely removed. However, you're only ever allowed to have 2,000 at one point. If you try to go above 2,000, they will be wasted, and the game will tell you, are you sure you want to do this? Because you're wasting tomes. And so you go and spend them. And then you're back to another 2,000 hard cap. So basically infinite astronomy. Aphorism will no longer be obtainable or exchangeable for items. However, you can turn these into astronomy after the release of 6.2. So if you've got any aphorism lying around, you can turn those into astronomy if you want to get some items, maybe even some crafted items. I would imagine there's going to be a whole plethora of new crafted items, ingredients that you can get with tomes of astronomy, so that would make sense. Allegory is pretty much the same situation. These are removed with the release of 6.2. These can be exchanged for Allegan Tomestones of Poetics, as we said before, and the same with Revelation as well. Those get turned into Poetics. Yeah, very simple. Poetics then is always obtainable. That's obviously for the lower level stuff. These are obtainable via duties up to level 80 and certain duty roulettes. Poetics is basically everything previous to the current expansion, and it will always be that way as far as we know. It is just the bottom tier currency, but you can use that for various things. Crafting mats, relic weapons, you name it. They have a plethora of usability. But that's what's basically happening. Other information then, Tomestones of Astronomy. The weekly obtainment cap is obviously removed, 2,000 maximum. They, reiterating that. And that's pretty much it. There's not really anything else said here, that they haven't already explained. So just to explain this, the game isn't drastically changing. This happens quite often. If you're a new player, they do this. Each expansion after the first set of tier has gone, the second tier comes around of raiding, and with that comes a change to the tomestones, and that's basically what's happening. Yeah. Simple video, really, but hopefully that sheds some light on what's happening if people are a little bit confused. It does mean that gearing up is going to be a lot easier for people to catch up, and that's the catch-up mechanic for Final Fantasy XIV. So if you're wanting to start the second tier of raiding, but you're struggling, this is your catch-up mechanic. By turning everything into astronomy and removing the weekly cap, it means people can get higher item level much quicker and get into the new content. So that's a really good thing. It's a good thing that the game does this. Many games could learn from it. Anyway, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.